the best things I've ever done.
That was sick.
Welcome back to German Auto Works, where we're setting out to build the most epic touring car inspired E36. This episode, we'll be talking engines, getting the front end assembled, and flying to Lapland to explore our gearbox options. So today we're diving into a tough decision for our E36 build. Should we go with the lightweight, motorsport bred S14 from the iconic E30 M3? Or should we go for the powerful, modern S54 straight six engine from the E46 M3? Our first choice, the S14. The S14 is a motorsport icon, originally found in the E30 M3. It started with 189 horsepower, but later production models pushed that to 235 horsepower. This engine wasn't just built for the streets, it dominated in motorsports, even powering the early E36 Super Touring cars, where it produced 280 horsepower. One of the biggest advantages of the S14 is its placement. It sits far back in the engine bay, making it ideal for balanced handling and sharp cornering, perfect for an agile E36 chassis. On the other hand, we have the BMW S54, a much more modern powerhouse that came out of the legendary E46 M3. With 338 horsepower and a 0 to 60 time of just 5 seconds, the S54 is a serious upgrade in terms of raw power. In the E46 M3 CSL, this engine was tuned to an incredible 360 horsepower, making it one of BMW's most celebrated naturally aspirated engines. However, this extra power comes at a trade-off. The S54 is heavier than the S14, which could affect the E36's handling dynamics. Let's look at the pros and cons. The S14 offers a lighter, more balanced setup that prioritizes handling, while the S54 delivers modern performance and a big jump in horsepower. It's a classic battle, precision versus power. So, which engine did we choose? To find out, first we moved the car into the studio. Then, after a lap on the pallet truck, we got trusty Mustard to bring over our new love. The powerhouse has arrived, and we've got an S54 on the pallet. We thought long and hard about this engine choice, but we came to the conclusion that the S54 was going to be the best for us. Our plan with the engine is to actually install it into the shell before it's painted. The reason why is because there's a lot of adaptations we need to make. As we learnt from earlier, this is out of an E46, so it never actually fitted in this car from factory. Because of that, we need to make some modifications to things like coolant bottle locations and general bracketry around the engine bay. But first, there's a few more things we need to do before we can put this in. Those small jobs being, in a previous episode, we found out that this part, which holds on the anti-roll bar, had perished. We bought a new one, and all we have to do is grab it and weld it on there. Once that's done, we'll then fit our freshly powder-coated subframe to the front of the car, then we can get our engine mounts on, then it's engine time. So this is as simple as the old spot welds. You can see that we've actually marked those out, drilled the holes through the new part. We're gonna line up where you can see the old spot welds and our marks that we made. Then what we're gonna do is plug weld these onto the car. Now the next exciting part we're going to fit to the E36 is this lovely fresh powder coated subframe. Now some of you keen-eyed E36ers will know that this isn't stock. However, we're going to be talking about that shortly. Now though, we're going to focus on getting it fitted, and we've got some lovely new hardware from BMW straight out the bag. Let's get it fitted. Next, to go with my green snap-on gun, we have green bushes. Now in the last episode we did speak about how these were not here yet. Well, they've finally turned up from the US of A, and we are going to be getting them fitted. Now, why poly bushes, I hear you ask? Well, the original rubber bushings do tend to break. These, however, are much stronger. These are rated for the track. They also stiffen up the joint between the engine and the subframe. You get a lot more feedback through the wheel, and it stops the engine moving around, which is going to help when it comes to those crucial milliseconds on track. Now, I know a lot of you wanted to see the S14, and to be honest with you, I can't blame you. But with the S54 being so reliable, readily available, and as powerful as it is, it just seemed like a no-brainer. We were able to pick this one up for a good price, and I'm telling you now, it will all be worth it when you hear that sweet intake noise. Yes, that's the S54 fitted to the STW. Now, we will be taking it out again when the car gets painted, and at that point we'll be doing a full restoration on the engine. But for now, we want to be seeing where we're going to fit things. We spoke earlier about those coolant bottles. I'm thinking around this area here, but we need to start fitting some parts and body panels to see where it's all going to fit, and that is what's coming up next. So we've just booked the car for our Finland trip, and of course we've booked an STW, albeit it is a Kia. But come on, it's an STW, it's fitting. But let's get into talking about the coolant bottle and where it's going to fit in the car. Now, this is the E36 M3 coolant bottle, obviously not made to go in the E36. So we can see that we've got some OEM mounting holes here, and also we'll probably be able to utilize where the rubber bung went down here. Now, I'm thinking we can put it in this area here, kind of fits quite nice with the turret, and I'm thinking bracket-wise, something along the lines of this, and then we can riveter onto the side of the car there and just sort of connect it. Same thing down the bottom, but what we'll do is we'll have another bracket made up to fit this tub here, and then a rubber sort of bushing to go in there to keep it all real nice. Next, one of the reasons why we're putting it here is so we can utilize some OEM parts. So this hose will go in nicely down there, and by doing that, it means we can use the OEM parts, albeit for an S54, but we know this works, and it just fits, and it's made, and it's perfect. Next, more exciting parts. Now, we said earlier, some of you E36ers would know why that subframe was modified. It's because we're fitting these lovely MRT touring car replica front end parts. Basically, what this does, it will bolt up there, and it's pretty much a replica of what the STW had. It allows us to make camber and toe and caster adjustments all in one. It's quite cool, and it's going to be way stronger and way better geometry than the original E36 stuff. We've also got this piece here, which is going to sort out all of the roll center correction that we actually lose when we lower the car as low as it is. So this is really important, and what we're going to do now is get it all fitted, because we want to fit the wheel hub, then we want to get a wheel on so we can fit the front carbon arch, and all of a sudden it's going to start looking like a car. Next, we're going to fit these exciting touring car parts, and while we're doing it, we'll explain exactly how they work. These fantastic arms not only look good, they are massively functional. They will offer up to 20mm of roll center correction, and tied in with the track rod ends, you'll get 20mm of bump steer correction. But what is that? Well, when the cars come out of the factory, the geometry is set to have a perfect roll center correction. If you lower the car, you'll bring all of the roll centers up, which actually ruins the whole ride and roll of the car. In order to counter that, we need to move the arms back down to where they are from factory, and by spacing it out by 20mm, we're going to then move the geometry back to where it was from factory, where it functions absolutely perfectly. Not only that, but we'll get 60% saving on weight compared to the original cast steel arms, and they are fully adjustable, so we can change the width, caster and anti-dive all in one. This is awesome, being able to see the arms in motion. You can see how all that geometry is working, and there's that roll center correction down the bottom there. So let's get into fitting a wing. The wing, Germany's finest, Flossmann auto design. You can see it's beautiful carbon fiber. Now this was actually molded off an original touring car wing from the 90s. You can see that. It's even got the sticker that was on the original piece in the mold. We'll be sorting that out, but let's get it fitted. I can't wait to get a wheel on the front of this car. Now, we will need to cut this wing here, because we're going to have our air jacks installed behind in this tube, and they're actually going to protrude through the bottom. You can see the original car even had the air jacks in a similar place, but that's what these bad boys are. We're going air jacks on this build. I absolutely love these arches, love the bubble on them. It's going to give us loads more room, but before we fit that wheel, we've got to fit a disc on to give us that distance away from the hub. We can start to work out our offsets. Of course, once again, these are not the wheels. These are not the wheels and brakes that we are using, so don't comment about them. Oh, that's looking so good. Oh, that's so tight in there. Behind me lies a culmination of weeks of hard work, and how good does that look? Front end is looking absolutely fantastic. You've got the tuck here. Bear in mind these are 17s. We will actually be using 18, so it's going to look even better there. We've got this STW style front splitter piece. This actually gets riveted onto the original front bumper, so I'll be snipping that, getting it placed on, but just look at it, it looks absolutely epic. And that's just the front, because the rear also looks so good with that bubbled rear arch. The wheels, everything just looks to scale. Honestly, I'm so happy. Literally from being a young child, I've always loved looking at pictures of things and then trying to imitate them, and that's nothing less of what we've done here. Here's a picture of the original Super Tourer that we have tried to take inspiration from. So take a look at that, take a look at this. We can finally start to see now why we did all that work with the bubbling of the arches. The wheels are all tucked, the rear bumper is on. There's a slight thing we need to do with this rear bumper. You can see here that it's actually touching the tyre because it's literally so close now. So what we need to do is, if we look at our picture of the touring car here, they actually shaved that bit of the bumper off so that it wasn't touching anymore. So what we're going to go ahead and do is actually cut this off, not today, at a later date, but we will just shave that down, maybe even come down here like the touring cars did, and just sort of tidy it up so that that can go in there with the wheel on, and yeah, it just looks absolutely epic. It's the next day. You find us at Gatwick Airport. We haven't spoke yet about the gearbox options for the car. To do that, we're going to fly over to Lapland to visit Gearmotive. Whilst we're there, we're going to find out what they have to offer us in terms of gearboxes, and also they're going to show us a little bit of the local area, some snowmobile action, and hopefully some drifting action. I forgot the extension lead. But anyway, Weatherspoon?
Please.
How are you supposed to undo all these screws? Need a spot weld drill bit for that. We do a snow angel? Nah, we don't want to f around, innit? I don't want to get chucked out. Get out the country. Get out the country, bro. Nah, they don't care, innit? Yes, we are here, and we've got our STW, our very own Kia. And this one, oh, look, Mo. We've got Mo the STW, let's see what it's like. To be fair, it's all right. Yeah, that'll do, wouldn't it? Has it got studded tyres? Oh my God, it has studded tyres. Has it got a handbrake? Yes, it does. But for all intents and purposes, we won't be using the handbrake. We're going to be very sensible car renters, and we're going to return this in absolute mint condition. Hello? Why is that so flimsy? Oh, it's going. Is it plastic?
Carbon.
Is there heated seats in here? Heater on. Oh, there is. Oh my God, heated steering wheel. I'm liking this car already, to be fair. Little manual, little fucking handbrake, right? Definitely going the wrong way.
But they drive on the right?
Nah, yeah, nah. I've nearly stalled it already. What's the first thing you do when you get in a hire car? Turn off the traction control. Oh, E39. Hello, first BMW. Got the old angel eyes.
You're on the brakes, mate.
Should we do a brake test? Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Oh, what?
That wasn't too bad.
Considering it is
That was quite
pure
grippy.
ice.
That was quite grippy. Thank you, my friend. All right, here we go. Foot to the floor now. It's definitely icy out there, definitely icy. Or this has just got so much torque. No idea where we're going, and the first thing we've done is turn off
Bro, it's Northern Lights.
all the driving aids.
That's Northern Lights.
What?
See those stripes in the sky?
Fuck off.
No, I'm telling you, it is. I'll get it on you. Yeah, it is. It's green on camera.
No bloody way. Is it actually?
Yeah.
Wait, I went all the way to Iceland and didn't see the Northern
honest with you,
Lights.
that's
And literally, we've come here and within 5 seconds we can see the Northern Lights. Oh my God, there's a snowplow. It's flinging snow everywhere. Success, we're past the snowplow. So, what are we actually doing here? It's a bit random, obviously getting on a plane, coming here. Well, we're going to see a company that I've been working with for quite a few years now. I think since like 2019, 2020, and that is Gearmotive. Now, you might not have heard of Gearmotive, but they produce, in my opinion, some of the best gearbox options for BMW users. Essentially, what you could do up to now is that you could have a dog box, which is, you know, straight cut gears, and you could, oh my God, ABS. Okay.
Easy, Captain.
Yeah. They basically make, in my opinion, one of the most affordable and best options to upgrade your gearbox in a BMW or even any car that uses a BMW gearbox. You know, you do lots of conversions and stuff like that. So essentially what it is, at first it was a dog engagement gear set. So, you know, you'd still use your H pattern. Shut up. It's still a H pattern, but you could change gears without using the clutch, which is really cool. But now what's even cooler is that they've built a sequential version, and that's what we want for the STW replica. So, it all goes in the original housing, which means you haven't got to mess around with any adaptations to things like prop shafts, you haven't got to mess around with gear ratios, or even like adapters to go onto the engine itself. It's literally just a direct plug and play kit, which is awesome. And we're going to the factory because I want to see it with my own eyes and I want to experience it, which, fingers crossed, we're going to be able to experience on the ice, on the snow. It's going to be epic. And I brought Tom along to watch.
Have a good day.
Front wheel drive drifts. I wish it was rear wheel drive, man. Nothing to see here, officer.
6.5 hours later.
Good morning, everybody. After an absolute mission yesterday, 13 hours it took us to get here from door to door, and literally a 4-hour drive through ice. We're here, and we're gonna set off now down to Gearmotive, so all of the journeying is finished. Tom, what is your expectations?
Well, we've got some snow, so ideally we get the E36 M3 out with the sequential. Big sends. He said something about snowmobile, so hopefully we can smash those out as well.
Yes.
What are you thinking?
Well, I've never been on a snowmobile before, so that would be cool. E36 in snow is like what dreams are made of, right? Like, you know, ralliers back, Colin McRae back in the day. Yeah, it'll be sick. I have no idea whether it's going to happen or not. To be honest with you, I have no idea what to expect from this. So we've literally just trekked halfway across Europe to find out. Well, I guess you're going to find out. Let's go! Right, here we are. Arrived literally 13 hours, but we are here. Snow everywhere. But this is the factory of Gearmotive. This is what we come for. If you have an E46, E36, any BMW, or even any car that runs this gearbox, you're going to want to know how this sequential works. And I'm dying to get my eyes on it. I've seen it on Instagram, I've seen it on YouTube, but I want to see it with my own eyes. I'm dying to get inside. Let's head in.
Hello Jay, nice to meet you.
I can't believe we're here and I'm so excited to see.
I cannot believe it, it's amazing to get you here.
Thank
so,
you.
Let's see what we have here.
Wow, that is a lot of casings.
Yeah.
You wonder where they're all gone. They're here, he's hoarding all of them. Is this the famous sequential?
Definitely,
wow.
this one.
Look at that. So for everyone out there that wants to know, literally no adaptions. This is straight bolt on. Take your original box off, put this one in and wire it all up and you're good to go. That's amazing. Yeah. Absolutely amazing. How exciting. So what happens if like I don't have, do I need to send a housing to you or?
Yeah, we have a lot of housings in our stock, but it's also possible to supply the housing to us. We can even arrange the delivery if needed. Also, resellers can take the housings and we can arrange the delivery later on. That way you can save on the cost quite much because the housing price is quite high still.
So guys, literally this is a plug and play sequential gearbox that's in almost the original housing, no modifications needed to things like prop shafts or anything like that. Literally, this is the best thing on the market right now. So if you want to get one, you either email Gearmotive or you email us and we'll get one sorted for you. But trust me, this is a game changer. So you've been working on the dog boxes for about 10 to 15 years. How long have the sequentials been in development for?
Yeah, exactly 10 years with the dog boxes. Now we have been developing the sequentials roughly 5 years. We have been prototyping them now 2 years.
So they've actually been fitted in cars and they've been tested?
Yeah, exactly. On rallies, on drifting, on circuit as well. We have different options for different classes. And as they have been used in drifting as well, they can truly handle high power.
So what sort of power were those cars running?
1000 Newton meters.
Wow.
On drifting.
1,000 Newton meters.
Yeah.
And that lasted for the whole season?
Yeah, actually with one of the boxes was won the whole championship and the second place was also taken with our prototype boxes. So 2 places.
What more proof do you need that these are bulletproof? So with the gearboxes, you get this absolutely stunning shifter here that is also very clever. It has a built-in strain gauge, which then talks to this fantastic little ECU here, and then the display gives you what gear you're in, but also it will set up the gearbox cutting and also it will set up the gearbox positioning. It's all done on a nice touchscreen display, absolutely fantastic. And just look at it, it looks so stunning, and that alone is worth getting the gearbox. So guys, literally these are hot off the press and they are going out the door. At the moment they have a short waiting list, so don't wait around, get one on order.
A few moments later.
What an amazing opportunity we've got here to go out in a rally car, to actually experience the sequential. It's going to be crazy. I hope you can all hear me.
She love us, I mean, I'm liberated, my spirit is free. It sounds so nuanced. Dick sauce like Bouton, from the bay like Cool John. Rich thoughts, I'm thoughts up. What if it's not right? I know they nauseous. I keep you cautious. But she tryna be booed up. She don't know about her roster. Act like you knew us. I'ma be him to the card. I'm back in the gym, I'm ballin'. Cut back on the gym with a tonic. I'm tryna fill up my pocket. She want me to hit in the bunny. I'm tryna copy the rocket, get high as a sky when I wanted no problems. First free living, now I did my time. My mother was prison.
So Jay's having a little go in the E36 now. Absolutely sending it. So sick.
The traction is quite good. And like a drift car.
Oh, I've got to get used to it.
I've been sipping on that real little spear. This Cajun Creole, I'm saucing. Manifest my life as the red dead ninja battle. Memphis, barbecue still game. My ease with my rap from Sunday to Sunday. Finna hit that rinse and repeat. Try to make me fall in
Very nice. Yeah.
Amazing. Wow, thank you so much for this opportunity. I think that was pretty good.
Yes, you were. You were. Definitely with that little amount of driving.
Yeah.
It would be hard to say if you have been driving rally car before, if someone comes and sits on this position.
Mate, this thing is absolutely stupid. Absolutely stupid. Full-blown rally car, and he's just let us drive it around the lake in Finland.
Yes. That was literally the most mental thing I've ever done. It was absolutely awesome. It just felt like me and the car were at one out there. Honestly, that was so good.
Oh, that's tight.
Oh, you got in there all right?
Did I?
Honestly, what an absolutely amazing opportunity. Look how beautiful the scenery is here. And we're literally invited to drive an actual rally car on a lake that's frozen. Like, this is what it's all about. Honestly, this is what it's all about. This is what this channel's about. It's about connecting with people. It's about doing things that we never would have dreamed of doing. This is what I want to build this channel to be. So absolutely amazing, and great for Tom as well to get a go in it.
So what have you been driving before?
I've got a 135. M135i.
Okay.
So just.
Okay, so on the snow you have been sliding a little bit,
Yeah,
or
but not like this.
Yeah, of course
normally
not.
I have lampposts and curves.
yeah, yeah, of course, but
This is
yeah,
great.
yeah, because I think it was very nice.
First time,
Yeah,
I've actually driven a racing car.
yeah.
I did a run, but I missed the gear somehow. That was so sick, bro.
Honestly, that was sick.
So sick. Fat set.
They thought you were better than me. Bro, you're literally steaming.
I'm so sweaty.
You're
I've got like 10
steaming.
layers on.
Oh,
shit.
what a machine. What's your initial thoughts?
I need one.
You need one. We need a frozen
lake as well. I was just saying to Riku, normally anytime I've skidded in the snow, I'm dodging lampposts and curbs and my mates.
Yeah.
This is, I mean, I went off the track a couple of times, but I was absolutely sending it, so it's fine. I was surprised about how easy it was to drive.
So sick.
I thought it was going to get in and be like, fucking hell. I mean, watch me on a GoPro and I was soaring a bit.
Mate, as soon as it starts drifting, it's just like...
It's so good. So good.
Oh. Mate, that's one of the best things I've ever
That
done.
was sick. I was gassed just watching you.
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant, look at me, I'm smiling because it was brilliant. Oh, who was better? That's what...
I don't know. Well, of course, Jay.
Yeah.
But maybe related on the experience. Tom was doing very well. Tom.
There we go.
Tom trumped me, all right. All right, everyone, that was an absolutely amazing experience, and I can only say thank you to Team Hemper for letting us out in the car, and of course Gearmotive as well. Riku here, putting all of this together. What an amazing experience, and we just want to say a massive thank you to you, and of course
Hempa as well.
and of course Hemper as well. Yeah, really appreciate that. And honestly, I'm literally shaking from how good that was. The car is absolutely amazing. If anyone wants to know what that felt like, really grippy, but really slippy at the same time, but ultra good to control, honestly.
Yeah.
It was amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah, the car just feels so good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so much with that sequential gearbox now, you know, it's just such a breeze to drive. It's just so easy, and you know, there wasn't any effort needed to change the gears. It was just straight in.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, Hempa has been driving our edge pattern before, and now he's been driving our prototype 2 years. And it changed the Hempa's driving very much. We have been, all of us have been very glad to get this box in his car and his to try it out.
Yeah, well, we can definitely say that we are hugely excited to get the gearbox in the E36 STW inspired build, and that is what's coming up shortly. That's us touchdown in Stansted after 48 hours of an insane, intense time in Finland. Guys, if you like this kind of content, please leave us a comment while it's fresh on your mind, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.